Welcome back. Finally, this is Rachel with Short and Sweet Reviews, and with both episodes 1 and 2 having already come out in theaters, and this past Sunday, episode 1 is on the app and everything. So I thought I would rank all the episodes to this point, and I might do another ranking once all of this season's episodes are out. But so far, these is all the episodes ranked up until season 3, episode 2. So those episodes are included. And no hate, these are just my rankings, and it was very hard. It's not like, oh, this bottom episode is horrible. It's more so a matter of, it's like, maybe it's like, okay, this episode just like didn't, like I actually had to think about, it's like, oh wait, what episode am I missing? And just maybe episodes didn't stick out to me, and it was just a matter of, it's like, wait, I like this one more. I don't feel like it should be this low, but I like these episodes more. So this is just how it ended up turning out. So 18 episodes total to go over, and number 18 on this list is season 1, episode 6. And spoiler, you might see a little bit of a theme with episode 6's. Again, not that they're bad, just they've never really, I guess, stuck into my mind. I almost have to remember, it's like, wait, what happened with those? Or just remember those episodes. Again, not that they're bad, just that's what is. They've never really popped for me. And then number 17, we have season 1, episode 5. Now, I really do like this episode, but it just, I guess, felt a little bit of like a readjusting transition episode, because that was basically a split season 1. So, sort of the momentum coming back and getting used to that, and that's why that's there. And then for number 16, we have season 2, episode 6, and that's what I was talking about. Episode 6s are both pretty low. I guess we'll see what happens this season with that. And again, it's just that I don't know why, I've just never super latched onto that episode. Not that it's bad, just it's never really been one that I'm like, oh, I really need to go rewatch that one. And then for number 15, we have season 1, episode 3. And again, not a bad episode, just it's not one that I super feel the need to rewatch, and just a matter of like, it's a very, nice and sweet episode, but there's definitely episodes that just stick out more and have more momentum going. So now for 14, we have season 2, episode 5. And again, I really do like this episode. Just, it's one of those that I don't know. I don't want to say a filler episode, but it's just one of those that like don't quite fit into the normal rhythm of the show. So I feel like that's why it's kind of felt off for me. I definitely do love parts of it, but I think that's why it's where it is. And then for 13 on the list, we have season 1, episode 2. And maybe that's what it is. I'm just not like a huge fan of the short episodes. Maybe I just like the longer episodes. Generally speaking, I do like a lot of this episode, but again, it's just a little bit more of a slower pace episode. And next we have 12 on the list, and that is season 2, episode 3. It goes on to the shorter episodes. Again, I really do love parts of this. I should probably stop saying this every time I have one slightly lower on the list, because I do like all the episodes, just not all of them can be in top 10 or top 5 or number 1, as hard as that is. And again, like, it's a bottle episode, like, it's very self-contained and everything. That campfire scene is amazing, but again, it's, you know, one of those slower, doesn't have a lot of momentum, definitely little foreshadowing things, but not a ton of momentum story-wise. But that doesn't take away from the amazing feats they did in this episode. Just episode-wise, that's where I stand with it. And number 11, we have season 2, episode 4. And again, this one, I'm not totally sure how it's this place on the list, but it is, I guess, in comparison to the episodes, because I really do like this episode. I think maybe it has to do with the fact that, like, it took me a little bit of adjusting and maybe a rewatch too, to like fully appreciate it and like fully get what it's trying to do, and just the fact that, like, it feels slightly different from the normal cadence of The Chosen and feel of The Chosen. Now on to the top 10. For number 10, we have season 2, episode 1. Again, I think it's where it is for very similar reasons to season 2, episode 4. And I'll try to make this the last time that I say this, but I really do enjoy this episode, just as far as their episodes on the list. That's kind of where that stands with that. And number 9, we have season 1, episode 1. And this may be lower than on other people's list or higher, but just has always kind of stuck out to me, or holds a very special place in my heart, maybe because it is the first episode. So that's almost always kind of like the pace setter, or almost quality setter for me in a way, and that's kind of what my brain associates things with, and like the baseline of a show or a movie. So that's where that stands. And right next to it is the season 1 finale. And again, I really do enjoy this episode, but it's also not like top tier for me. I feel like the other episodes have more momentum and almost action in a sense, and just drama and tension going more so than this one. But I really do love and appreciate this episode, and I might have even switched those two places at some point, but that's where they stand now. I'm very curious to see if this will change much by the end of season 3. So now for number 7, we have season 2, episode 2. And I really do appreciate and resonate with this episode. And again, it is almost one of those, it feels slightly different, but also still very Chosen. And it introduces Philip, which everyone needs a Philip. Everyone needs a Philip and a Tamar. Just enough said. And now we're on to number 6, which is season 3, episode 1. This might It might be lower or higher than some people, but that's where it stands for me. And again, not that it was a bad episode by any means, just I feel like the for season 2 and 3, the first episodes tend to kind of be like almost reorienting you, or almost an adjusting period. It's like, oh, okay, this is the storyline we're going with, or like this is new information and new stories now. Because by the time we get to the new season, we've sat with those past episodes for a while and become accustomed to them. And now we are on the top 5, and that is season 1, episode 4. Just, I've always really loved and appreciated this episode. It's kind of that mid-season climax, and you get the calling of Peter and Andrew, James and John, Miracle of the Fish, and just it's a whole lot of payoff going on in that episode. Next, we have season 2, episode 7, and again, this one is almost different in the way, because normally I guess I don't tend to like episodes that feel a little bit off rhythm for The Chosen, or at least what I perceive as the rhythm of The Chosen, but this one always kind of like stuck out to me more, or I've always had like a fondness for. I don't know, maybe I just appreciate the Andrew in this episode, so that resonates with me a bit, so that could be why it's so high for me. And kind of on that note is, in third place, we have season 3, episode 2, and just very beautiful, very fulfilling episode, and definitely you can sense as like the kickoff for what the season will be about and what it will involve, and setting up little things that will go on. And of course that Jesus and little James scene, very, very beautiful, very moving, and definitely relatable and resonance with me. So next we have for second place we have season 2, episode 8, and just these top 2 are just top tier Chosen. They're working on all cylinders, doing everything Chosen does best, and just the whole Beatitudes, the Matthew and Jesus scene, going over that, and the introduction of Judas and everything that involves. Just full on Chosen doing its thing. And then first place is season 1, episode 7, and just it has so many things, like the calling of Matthew, the Nick at Night scene, where it's just, again, it's just Chosen operating on all Chosen levels, and just a whole lot of emotions, but a whole lot of momentum and payoff, and just everything is done so beautifully, and it's just an amazing episode. So we have it in number 1, and we'll see where this goes as season 3 progresses. See you next time. Bye.